He hasn't liked movie either.
You gonna do the?
I don't have it on set up.
All right. Good evening and welcome to Jack Dodsons Racing Insider News with the legend Scott Allen and Reese Nobles down on here.
Wait, what's that about?
No, he went like this when I said the legend.
It don't take much to.
All right. Well, got a little bit to talk about tonight. Had a great time at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, y'all did. I didn't.
Well, some people got it and some people don't.
It was good. I thought we had made out good when we were sitting up front until come find out we had Gary DeHart seats and they moved us back a couple of rows. And he apologized to us.
Well, you know, it's pretty good when the lady comes up and said, y'all wanna upgrade?
I know. We were the first people to sit down in the area, and we sat down, and the lady comes over. She's like, y'all want to upgrade? And I'm like, upgrade to what? She's like, you can move up front if you want. And I'm like, so we move up like to the second row. I said, hey, let's just get one more. Let's go all. If we're gonna do it, let's go all the way. And so we went all the way up front, and it was about a minute to taking off. And a lady and Gary DeHart and his wife come over, and she's like, can I see your tickets? I was like, that lady said we could move up here.
But we had Gary DeHart seats, so, and he was, he's one of Terry Labonte's old crew chiefs, so like we had to give that seat up.
Yeah, all the cameramen had pieces of paper to know who was sitting where, so they could record them when they needed, So they had to be able to. Had to know where his seat was.
That would have been very embarrassing if they said Gary DeHart and they put his picture up there. But it was a good time. I mean, great. Something we'll probably never do again unless we go down media wise. But it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Nobody could beat Bruton Smith. I don't care what they say.
That was great.
And I'm sorry, we are drinking Pepsi. Almost made me want to stop when I talked.
That was pretty funny. I mean, he didn't slow down when they said something to him about taking too long.
No, it didn't faze him. Not at all. But
one day we got to try to get a hold of him and see. He'd take up a 2-hour shot.
Yeah.
Shoot, we don't need more guys that long. He's Bruton Smith.
But we want to congratulate the family of Curtis Turner, who invited us down there and made us a part of that.
Yeah, and thank them.
Margaret Sue and Barry and all those people there. That was really, even with the snow, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Bruton Smith, Terry Labonte, Bobby Isaac, and Jerry Cook were the 5 people that went into the hall, and it was really.
And Jerry was an interesting guy because I didn't know, because he's a couple years older than me. But it was interesting to learn about Jerry Cook. I didn't realize how many championships he had won.
Yeah, we went back and looked at the champions wall.
Yeah, for
the
like
champions
all the
wall. They have a wall back there with all the champions on it, and we were counting now. Well, he was counting them how many championships certain people had in each division, and he's got like what was it 9?
It was a lot, and I mean I think through his whole career in the modifieds, he finished first and second, except his last year I think he finished third and he called it quits. But I didn't know he worked for NASCAR and still does to today.
So, and a lot of interesting stories about Bobby Isaac.
Yeah.
Beyond the ones Humpy Wheeler told us the week before, but that was Bobby Isaac's ex-wife that made the speech, which was really kind of funny. And what was it? What was the thing about it? He was 45 years old when he died, and he died. He hadn't seen his kids for a while, and the week before he went there to see his kids, and then he went to the racetrack and got in that gas fumes that was leaking into the carbon monoxide were coming into the car, and that's what killed him. And it was really kind of the stories that were really just kind of interesting. Of course, we heard a lot of that as we were riding up the road, but and the stories of Curtis Turner coming up the road, and he was in the business. So
Pop.
Yeah, Margaret made sure everybody knew that it was the business. But it was a lot of fun. First time seeing the Hall of Fame was interesting. It was very interesting. You could spend all day there and
to try to see everything
and to do everything that's there. We didn't do half the stuff that was there.
No.
But
every time you turn around, there was another doorway and a hallway, and you're like, oh, there's stuff around here or around this corner or that corner. And then there's the theater downstairs. They do some type of little movie, and
we got to see
I tried to get him to do a practice a pit stop, but he wasn't. Well, he was embarrassed. I think he was embarrassed. I get him.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. You probably could have beat me. But hey. I would have done it. I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I was off in another world.
I'd like to see him jump down on his knees and.
I
did it at Daytona.
Well,
I did it at Daytona. And
we will see.
But I ain't gonna say I'm fast at it. I'm not even gonna go there. But there's a lot of interesting stuff there that if you get a chance to go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, you need to go and see it. I didn't. I've heard all the stories about it's this and it's that and how expensive it is to do this. And, it may be expensive, but to me it was well worth the time we spent.
I don't think it's that expensive. There's different grades. It depends on what you want to do. We should have went and did the simulators. I don't know if they'd have let us do the simulators for free.
What simulators exactly? What simulators?
Where you run at Charlotte.
Oh,
they have full-size cars. You can get them. They got TV screens and steering wheels, and you race.
And the iRacing.
Okay, that's that old deal. That sounds.
But we could have done that because that card we had. Once you registered that card, you could use it all through the thing.
But usually, like when you pay to go in, you got to pay for the simulator.
Oh well, I think that.
I don't know if that came with
Well,
our
see,
stuff.
that day was free. Everything was free that day, so.
I don't know. So it was kind of a confusing day because it got postponed, and we did still end up having fun on Friday, even though it'd have been nicer if the Hall stuff was on Friday. We went by Godovic's place and
they were closed.
They were closed. They were
supposed to be working, but they wasn't there.
yeah, they weren't there.
Hardly working.
But we went over to
Braun Racing.
Yeah, Braun Racing. That was kind of funny. He goes in there and asks us, "Where's Brandon at?" And I'm like, "I think this is Braun Racing. There's a 5 truck, and I don't see any 64 stuff."
Well, they knew who I was talking about, though, so that was,
Yeah.
And then the guy that used to work at Phoenix Racing as the car chief at Phoenix is the crew chief of the Braun truck. So I went in there and got to talk to him for a few minutes, and that was kind of fun. We did make a stop at Hendrick Motorsports for a few minutes and saw the new truck.
We did. We had a quick little tour. Somebody was going home.
Yeah, he was determined he was going home.
I mean, free food was coming in.
Yeah, they were bringing food in. Told them if they stayed, they'd feed them and everything. Brought food in. Lee said that food is not an incentive. So he went home.
Not anymore. So maybe when I was younger. Then we went over to Kenny Schrader's, and we were taking a shot in the dark. It looked like it was closed. We seen a little light inside, so we went up there, and Jack about slipped and fell again. I tried to push him, but he was too far away from me. And the door was unlocked. We walked in, and that was pretty interesting because once we got there, we walked in, we stood, and there was nobody there. One guy was working in the shop, and we're like, well, okay. So finally some guy says, "Hey, are y'all delivering something, picking something up? You looking for somebody? Can I help you?" I'm like, "Well, we're just here for the Hall of Fame." So he said, "Well, take a look around
and he told
enjoy yourselves." And we kind of walked, and Kenny's got, and we posted some pictures of all the cars that he's raced over the years, from the 90 car to 25.
He's got the 90 Red Baron car in there.
Yeah, but he had about 8 cars there. I can't remember which ones now.
All his Skoal cars.
Did he drive a Tide?
No, he drove the Budweiser car, the 25 Budweiser car.
But all that stuff was there, and then we was about ready to leave, and the guy come over and said, "Did you check everything out?" I was like, "No, we didn't really know where stuff was." He said, "Come on." So he took us through the whole. Well, he took us around the whole shop. I mean, he walked in the back to the paint booth and the body shop, and he said, "This is where we do this. This is where we fab stuff at." And then Kenny Schrader come out, and we learned how do you get out of NASCAR. Kenny Schrader told us that it's like the mafia. You got to die out.
That's not encouraging.
That's the only way you get out of NASCAR is you got to die out.
The conversation was funny though. We were sitting there talking about once you get racing in your blood.
Yeah.
It don't come out. You can't get rid of it. I said, we've even tried to stay away from it, and it won't work. It comes back. And he walked up. He said, "The only way you get rid of it is die out."
But who was the guy that we?
Donnie Richardson.
Donnie Richardson. Yeah, it's pretty. And I guess he came in with the
Greens and the Waltrps when they came up. He said he was good friends with Mark Green.
Yeah, because him and Mark are close in age. But he's the general manager and crew chief over there at Kenny Schrader Racing.
But there was a lot of. I mean, he spent a lot of time with us. I mean,
he kind of went through the whole rules package in the ARCA cars and how the engine program is and the tires are and what everything costs and so forth.
The interesting thing about the tires was that what he was telling us about the tires. They went to General Tires this year, but they're not General Tires.
It's the same tires.
It's the same Hoosier tire they had last year. They just bought the naming rights.
So they just put. That's all they did.
And they can still run their Hoosier tires from last year
as long as they clean the white stuff off.
They have to clean all the white stuff off of it.
So they can't be Hoosier branding.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And they can take and they don't have a tire rule where most places. They impound the tires, and so people don't soak them. They don't have any of that. Although I don't think you really want to soak your tires at 190 because they run a lot of big tracks and 2 dirt races.
So that was a learning experience. That was really a lot of fun to stand around and talk with him. And we're going to get him on the show soon too because he was really interesting to talk to.
Yeah, and they got a pretty big shop. No more stuff. And they have a couple of trucks and. I don't know if they're going to run any truck races this year.
He said Eldora, and that was it.
Oh, yeah,
it's right now. Eldora?
Huh?
I'm sure Schrader.
Oh, Schrader's going to run Eldora.
Okay. Oh, that's me exciting.
But that was interesting, and that was fun. I mean, helped us kill some time.
Yeah, while the snow was flying, we were in there.
Yeah. But that was interesting. It was fun.
Yeah. So that was the gist of our weekend.
Pretty much. A lot of time in the truck with you.
I'm sorry.
Not fun.
I meant for you.
Oh.
He's got to specify.
This man can go the wrong way on there.
I was riding. I was.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little safer then.
Yeah, we're riding down the road, and all of a sudden he starts this periscope thing. Yeah, he's got
a little recording.
He's got a recording. He's recording us as we're riding down the road, talking a lot of smack riding down the road. I'm driving. Trying to pay attention on in front of me. Yeah, okay. That was
it's a little broadcast.
I still can't figure out how to use it.
No.
Amazing.
You mean we got something you don't know how to do?
Yeah, really.
Yes, sir.
Well, you need to get Scott to explain that to you then.
It's pretty easy. I'll help you Periscope. You just get our website going.
All right. That's a good trade.
I think I'm making out on this deal.
That's a good trade.
Yeah, we had fun. We periscoped the reveal, and it was pretty neat to see Steve Burns and his wife and kid. Their son.
He wasn't there. Steve Burns wasn't there.
Steve Burns is his little thing there that they put at the Hall of Fame, but his wife and his son.
Bryson speaking.
Bryson, yeah. He was a nice young man. But then his brother, and it was a few. His mom was there, I think.
It was really cool, and Mike Joy came out, and of course he had Winston Kelly and Steve Post was there. I mean, Mike
Helton
was there. A lot of the NASCAR officials were there.
Yeah.
I mean, they were all there when they unveiled, and that was really cool to see that happen. And we got to be right there when they unveiled it, and it was a lot of neat stuff.
It was pretty neat. We kind of stayed back. It seemed like everybody kind of because it was unveiled it for the first time, so his family was up there.
Yeah, the family didn't get to see it until they pulled the thing down, and of course they just kind of said, let the family have as much time as they want. and they kept everybody back, well, they didn't keep everybody back. Everybody, out of respect, stayed back.
Call from
All right, well, here's our first guest tonight.
9307704
Good evening and welcome to Jack Dodsons Racing Insider News. Is this Allie Kern?
Yes, it is.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Are you in Charlotte or are you in Ohio?
I'm down in North Carolina. I'm actually staying in Mooresville with some family, friends of the family.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you got Jack Dodson here along with Scott Allen and Reese Nobles. And first of all, we'd like to say congratulations on being accepted into the diversity program and being part of Rev Racing. We really think that's a good deal.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited about the opportunity, and I think it's a great program, and I think we'll have a lot of success this year.
So you're going to be running the K&N car, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Well, that sounds like that's going to be pretty interesting. Is it the first time you've run a lot of these K&N tracks?
Actually, in 2011, I ran 3 K&N races, so I have a little bit of background in the K&N cars, but not much.
Well, give us a little background on you, how you got started in racing, all the way up till now.
Well, I actually started racing when I was 6 years old. I started racing motocross on 4-wheelers, and I did that for a while, and then we moved up to the go-karts, and then I actually went from go-karts to open-wheel modifieds, and that was, kind of my first full-size car, and then from the open-wheel modifieds, we did some K&N stuff, and then we kind of landed in tempo body late models and decided that was, where we needed to be to progress and learn and grow as a team, so we did the late models for a while, and now I'll be running the K&N this year.
So was the K&N car you run last year, was that for a team or was that for yourself or a family?
It was in 2011, and it was for Ed Rueda. He's from California. It was Hybrid Haven was the company. We had a 3-race deal with them.
So you've seen the schedule this year. What are some of the things that you're looking forward to on the schedule as far as racing out here?
I'm really excited to go to Bristol and Dover for sure. I've heard about those tracks and how fast they are, and I'm really excited to get out there. Not so excited about the 3 road courses on the schedule because I've never actually ran a road course before, but hopefully I'll be able to pick up on it quick and take advantage of the practice time and be able to come out